Good morning, folks. It is a very sunny Sunday morning, and I'm still continuing to work on the cinder block raised bed. Made some good progress here, and I've had to remove the old raised beds that were here so I can continue on putting the cinder blocks. And this was my Jerusalem artichoke bed, and this will pose a problem if I leave it here. And the reason why is, as you can see, look how well the Jerusalem artichokes have grown right to the outside of the bed. And this was only 1 year. I only planted these towards the beginning of last season, and all the way around I wasn't going to harvest any. I only harvested a few because I really wanted them to do excellent this next season. But I'm thinking I could probably stand to harvest a couple. If I leave this dirt with these Jerusalem artichokes here, they will take over my entire raised bed, and I'm going to have a Jerusalem artichoke invasion. So I'm going to need to relocate. Okay, let's take a look at the progress of these raised beds. This one, you can see, is done. Perfectly done. Got more growing space than we did before. This section all right here is new growing space. I'm gonna just smooth out this dirt, and this bed will be done. I've got this capping stone to put on the top, and I know it doesn't really match the cinder blocks, but that's not the point. I can always color the cinder blocks if I want to color them to match. That's not a problem. But you can see all the way down there, we are completely level and straight. In fact, you know you did a good job when your wall meets the same area here as it does clear down here. So now I've just got to cap off the rest of this, smooth out this dirt. Okay, so I've began to dig up the Jerusalem artichokes, and I've harvested huge ones like this that I've taken inside to eat. But I'm going to store these for long-term storage. So you can see the bed where I've began to harvest the Jerusalem artichokes from here. I'm trying to make sure I get all of the Jerusalem artichokes, because if I don't, like I said previously, they will take over this entire bed. So thus far I've got half a 5-gallon bucket filled with them, and I don't know what I'm going to do with all of them. I didn't realize that a couple little plants last year produced so many rhizomes. So that's what I've got so far. I'll show you what I get when I'm done. Okay, so I ended up with nearly 2 5-gallon buckets full of Jerusalem artichokes, and they will sit in the garage here that is not heated, because you want them in a nice cool spot so they don't rot. And most of these will be getting planted here probably within the next couple weeks, as soon as I find out where I want to plant them. Alright, so I have yet to put the garden arch back in, but I wanted to point out the wall. This wall is level, and you can see the ground on this side is not. Now let's go take a look at our finished raised beds. So I was able to move the soil around, and down at the end is where I'm going to be adding more dirt and soil in. Over here on this end, I also moved the soil around here. So it turned out very well, I think. nice cap on the wall, nice and straight. And I was able to fill in back here. I still had some mounds of dirt and pea gravel and sand that needed leveled out, and I was able to more level out this area. Now I'll be adding more wood chips probably to the end of this here, because back here is where I'm going to build a shed to contain the wheelbarrow and other tools for the garden. So we'll have a shed here, and I will probably be moving and disassembling a lot of the raised beds that I'm no longer going to be using, as far as these little ones. I'll find a use for the materials. But yep, this is it. I think it looks really nice. I think it's going to be really functional, really practical.